What is going on, everyone's? We are here and we are back with another episode of
Is My Point Valid?
Yes, indeed. I'm yours truly, Brandon D.
And I am Camille A. Stalker.
And the topic for today is going to be
Black people don't deserve reparations.
I'm going to tell you this. When it comes to reparations, that is a very shaky subject because on one hand, you have a bunch of black people who think that just because they're black, that they deserve reparations. And that's not always the case. There are some white people who also have descendants of Africa. So that would also place them under the whole reparations umbrella. Aside from that, reparations has been something slavery has gone on since the beginning of time. So if we start giving reparations for slavery, there's a lot of money that's going to have to be given out. And who is responsible for giving this money?
Government.
We're about to watch a video and a woman is going to, I don't even know the woman's name. Shout out to her though. She's going to break it down real quick in less than a minute on why reparations is not a good idea. Some would say foolish. And we'll listen to what she has to say and comment on it afterwards. So let's get into it. Bam, 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 done do. That's how she's about to do you.
That's the strictest headmistress ever. Ooh. She's a headmistress in England.
Really?
She has a school. Mm-hmm.
She on her stuff. Let's hear what she got to say.
This woman ended the reparations debate in just a few seconds.
The practice of slavery was legal. We need to remember that governments did not own slaves. Slave owners did. In fact, the US government fought a war to end slavery. How much should the descendants of the 400,000 Union soldiers who lost their lives fighting to free the slaves pay to the descendants of the slaves they freed? It's bizarre to suggest that human beings should inherit the...
That's a good question. How much money should one get paid?
I saw somebody on Jesse Lee Peterson say 300,000 to 1 million. I was like, how you get? What? How do you go from
300? That's a stretch.
Does
it depend on how much black blood you got?
Jesse Lee Peterson said, "Just for
Amazing.
You." No. He said, "Just for you." He said, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay, 300,000 or to 1 million just for one person."
Where does that?
That was amazing.
How in the world are they going to be able to afford that?
You can't, because they can't even afford what's happening like in the world today. But yeah, it's
I don't understand where it's coming from. And just like you said, governments is what stopped slavery.
I never even thought of that.
I didn't either.
It wasn't the government that owned slavery.
Exactly. It was the people.
It was the people.
Just like we blame people for the.
But hold on. In the Constitution, it does say that you are allowed to own them. So, although it wasn't the government, people followed the law.
Yeah.
So they did it.
It was the law.
That's true. But it's in there. So
if it was a part of the law to kill people, I guarantee you it'd be a lot of people dead.
Well, it's already a lot of people dead, and it's already it doesn't matter.
It don't matter.
I was just being,
But we're gonna let her finish.
Outrage of the deeds of their parents. Should the child born from a rapist be branded a rapist because of his father's criminality? Should the child of a mass murderer be sent to prison because of his father's crime? No. In America, in the main, it was the Democrats who owned slaves, and the Democrats who in the main passed and enforced Jim.
On that point there, let's be very clear.
It was some Republicans too.
It was on both sides.
It was on both sides.
So we ain't gonna sit up here. We like to keep it. We like to tell the truth. We're truth seekers. So we ain't gonna just let y'all sit up here and think, we ain't gonna have y'all believe that was just Republicans.
And we just can't have people, but I don't want you thinking that just because the Republicans were like, hey, let's free the slave, or let's have the Emancipation Proclamation that they were like, yeah, black people. That was not what it was. Either. And that's a lot. That's the narrative. That's a narrative that a lot of people play. Yeah. Like, yeah, the Republican Party, they were for. Yeah, no, because it would benefit. They followed the law too. It benefited slaves, right? But it also benefited people.
Regular
period.
People.
And then
white
also
people, black people.
What a lot of people don't say, we have to think about the abolitionists who were fighting for this. Absolutely. The abolitionists who were teaching how people had to read, who were building schools and all this thing. So it was, the basis of it was the abolitionists. So we can't just say, oh, it was the Democrats, because both parties been playing parts.
Although they did play a major part.
A major part. Yes, absolutely. I'm not going to discredit that.
A lot of that stuff was started by them. So we just want to keep 100 with y'all at all times as we continue.
Pro-laws. It was also the Democrats who founded the Ku Klux Klan. Should the current Democratic Party be held responsible for this? No, we do not inherit the sins of our fathers.
That's biblical. The Lord tells us that in the Bible.
Exactly.
If whatever your father did, you don't take on what he did. That was on him. That's just like...
I know a lot of parents who are some terrible human beings.
Right. Their children
are
amazing.
If it was on you to take on what your terrible parents was doing, boy, you'd be in trouble too.
Right. So biblically, that is not, you don't take on.
No. So there's a lot to this whole reparations thing.
There is, and a lot of the argument is that every black person who is a black American should get reparations. If you're a black American.
Yeah.
But
based on skin color?
Like a black American born here. Okay. I'm just saying, like American, but you're black.
American.
Yeah. So I want to read this. It's just the AI overview. If you type it in, where did the money go? There were reparations that were going to come once Abraham Lincoln. Okay, let me just read it. After Abraham Lincoln's assassination, the 40 acres and a mule. I know y'all have heard of that because every black person is like, hey, I need 40 acres and a mule. Reparations promised to formerly enslaved people were rescinded. That means it was taken back. But it was taken back by President Andrew Johnson, who was a Democrat. Issued an amnesty proclamation that returned property rights to Confederates, effectively reversing Field Order 15 and returning the land to its original owners. This meant the land intended for free people was taken back, and no further reparations were made. Now, in that, the confiscated land that nobody ever names these things from what I see. It was on the coastline from Charleston, South Carolina to Jacksonville, Florida. And that was to be distributed to people from slavery in the 40-acre parcels. So it wasn't even people in Texas. It was certain areas that were going to get. So if anybody was to get the reparations, it should be those people, because Andrew Johnson, right? Is that his name? Andrew Johnson reneged on them for something that was said by President Lincoln. Mm-hmm. So if we want to be like that, then but would everybody get reparations? No. So that's my argument with that.
And we also have to think about this. Never in the history of niggerdom has has given money to black people solve their problems.
Right.
It's not going to small it or make the wealth gap smaller. It's not going to improve the black community. It's not going to do any of those things because we've had money before.
Because people are going to do what they want to do with their money.
Exactly.
Because if it is rewarded, then it's your money. Are you going to build something that's beneficial?
I'm not obligated to build with you.
Exactly.
And then, just like in the pandemic, when we got the money from the pandemic, there's a bunch of people who started businesses, these LLCs, DBAs, all of this stuff, and now they're dissolved because we are not in the business of maintaining. and we'll start something. We'll invent something. But when it comes to putting in that work to make that thing flourish, we kind of, y'all know when the big rig, the big 18 wheelers put on the air brakes, that's what we be doing.
And we don't want help, right? We think that we could do everything on our own. So in this, if you receive a lot of money, are you going to ask for help? Are you going to reach out to the people who you do not like, who can help you? And then you also have people who do look like us, who are our skin color, who are like, no, I'll help you just enough. I won't give you the sauce, right?
I'm going to give you, I'm a bird feed you.
I'm going to give you just enough and you have to figure out the rest. So I think
we have this retarded behind notion that me helping you is hurting me.
It's going to hinder me. It's more because if I help you, that's more money in my pocket. Well, we'd have different strengths, right? And people would want something different. You might offer something and somebody like, nah, they're not for me. But I might offer something, right? And they're like, yeah, you're it. And so that's
people cling to different things. And like you say, there's different strengths. So why not take 3 people with 3 different strengths and make that one profitable company?
Like, let's look at Target and Walmart, right? 2 different entities, but you can see, well, Walmart then came up with the quality of their clothes. But Target has always been like up there, right? But did Walmart say, "Oh no, we can't compete with them," or we can't do what? I'm just using them as an example because.
But you also notice that Target has lowered their prices as well.
Oh yeah, so
they have to compete.
Have to be competitive.
Pay people to do what they do.
Yep.
And I had this conversation with my people the other day. We was having he just got a house or whatever. We was asking who cut his grass. He was like, "Man, I pay somebody to do that." And I pay people to do what they do because I ain't got time to be struggling doing and trying to figure out things that I need done right now. So I'm gonna go out there and pay whoever it is whatever they worth or whatever I think they worth to do with the job that I need done. So that's the mentality we need when it comes to businesses, when it comes to building and maintaining.
And not half doing the job well done.
Oh, thoroughly.
Right.
It's community. Right. It's no more than networking crap because that is jive.
Yes.
We are about building community. And what that means is everyone brings something to the table for the benefit of the group. We ain't bringing it to the table for the benefit of ourselves. I ain't trying to use you to get what I need from you. So
that's like, and then you think about family, right? That's what a family is supposed to be. Like if we're creating something, like if you worked on a farm, right? And your daddy is a milk farmer, he raises cows. I don't know what they do, but and so they have 5 children and the wife is like, hey, we do this. But 5 children understand how that farm works. Now, 2 of the children go off and get business degrees, but they come back because they know that they can expand the business. We can go nationwide with this, with the milk, right? Or selling cow, whatever the business is, right? And then you have 3 you have 1 who might go to school and become a vet, okay, well, that's somebody that can take care of
I'm just agricultural engineering.
So that is the point of family. And when we talk about community, like we all have strengths, but we all should be building off of that. And so when you talk about reparations, I also look at it as what are you doing right now? Like, what are you stewarding? How are you stewarding your money today? Are you financially literate? Do you have the education behind it? Would you know what stocks, how to save the money if it were given? Like that's very important.
Because we're not going to go from being broke and hating each other to getting money and then wanting to work with each other. It don't work like that. So like, what are we doing right now?
Right.
Before we have the money.
Right.
And all of the things that we just said, if we did all of these things, had this mindset we did that we just explained for the last 5 minutes, we wouldn't need reparations.
Right.
Y'all wouldn't even be worried about or asking for reparations or standing with people who are their whole doggone campaign is reparations.
Right.
That's stupid.
What are you
I don't need
right.
nothing from get it out the mud. Find some people who work hard and y'all work hard together, and you ain't got to worry about nobody giving you nothing because
It's yours.
you got the skills.
Yeah, and it's yours.
You bring something to the table, you're valuable, and people will see that value and pay you. People don't see value in people begging for money. There's no value in that. So we got to get our minds right. Like I always say, we got to get our minds right, man. Our mentality is jacked. We ain't going nowhere because we don't think our ideas, our thoughts are all in last place. So that's where it places us in last place. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get up out of here. So, like always, it's love, peace, and soul.
Bye.
Like Soul Train, baby.